Hey everyone, welcome to our math lesson for today for Wednesday, 10th June. For Wednesday, June 10th, 2020. Woo, I got the date mixed up. Alright, if you have noticed already, I do not have my fancy introduction this time. Unfortunately, it has been taking a really long time, even though it's really fun and it makes the video is a little bit more fun. I'm just going to cut it back to Mondays and Fridays where I'm going to do like the special introduction music and things like that. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, it's just going to be simple like this, okay? So just Wednesday and Thursday, and then I'll bring it back again on Friday. Alrighty, so today our topic is going to be 10 frames. A 10 frame, as you can see up here on my screen, this is what a 10 frame looks like, right? If you have not done this before, a 10 frame, and I'm going to give you a quick guess, how many spots does a 10 frame have? That's right, it has one. It has, wait, I think I could do it a faster way. There's actually also a really cool app. If you can tell. There we go. It has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 spots, okay? So a 10 frame will always have 10 spots. I could also trash that. Okay, very cool. Alright, I also expanded my screen a little bit so that you can see all of the tools that you can use here. So, pretty easy. The 10 frame is has 10, so we're gonna use the 10 frame to count up to 50. And I decided to do up to 50 because after that we're going to use something called the number blocks. And those are just easier to use, honestly. The 10 frames are really good to use with smaller numbers. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. We'll go ahead and do a quick review. So here, the purpose of a 10 frame is so that you know that on one side of the frame there are, I'm trying to get it. It's not what I wanted to do. There are 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So that when you look at it and you know that one side is filled up, you're like, oh, I know that there's 5 there. So, for example, when we have a frame like this, you already know that this side has 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So all you have to do is count the other side. Starting at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So here I know that it's going to be 9. Alright, so this one's an easy one. How many do I have there? Right, just one. And how many are there here? That's right. Okay, so this question is a little bit different. It is how many squares are empty. So, you can go about this two ways. You can either count the total number of chips that are in the squares, or the dots that are in the 10 frame, or you can just count the empty one. Okay, so here I have one empty one, or I also have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of the 10 frame filled up. So here, how many squares are empty? So I could do the same thing, and you know what? You can either do it the other way, where you can count how many dots are in the 10 frame, or you can also do it where you count the empty squares. So here, the amount of empty squares are 1, 2, 3. Alright, so this next question is how many circles are there in the 10 frame? So this one's a little bit easier because I know this side is 5, and this side is going to be 6 and 7. Okay, how many circles are there? I think we keep getting the same number. So here we have 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. and how many squares are empty. So this time, instead of counting how many dots there are, since there are more squares, I'm going to go ahead and count the squares that are empty. So here I know that I have 5 empty squares here, and I have 1 empty one right there. So that is going to be 5 and 6. Okay, and how many squares are empty? So I know here that I have 1, 2, 3, 4, or you can count them as 2, 4. Okay, I think this is going to be our last one that we're going to do. We know we have 5 on this side and 1 on this side, so 5, 6. So here we're going to move 7 circles to the frame, so we already have 5, 6, and 7. Good. So here we have 3 that we're going to move. We could do it 1, 2, 3. Or honestly, you could go, well, you can't move it anymore. You could do it 1 by 1. Like this. But to be honest, you probably want to do fill up one side or the other. I do it that way just because it's easier to count one side of it. Much like this, boom, and then boom. Alright, so okay, so we're getting into the addition part of it, which I don't want to do quite yet. Okay, so here we go. So we have the 10 frame here. So how many does this 10 frame represent? That's right, it represents 5. And I'm going to move it over here and make it a little bit bigger. I'm also going to do it in black because it's an easier color to look at. Alright, so we have 5 there. Now, let's say that I wanted to represent, we're going to work backwards a little bit. What if I wanted to represent the number 9? Using this exact same 10 frame, I would just put 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? Very good. Okay, so let's jump a little bit farther than that. What if I wanted to represent, oops, I'm moving just 1. I want to move all of it. What if I just wanted, if I wanted to represent the number 19? 19. That's right. I would put the 10 frame here, 10, so I have 10 total, 15, 16, 17, 18, and 19. Very good. All right, so let's go ahead and clear these off a little bit. See if I can clear the whole thing off. There we go. All right, so my 10 frame. There we go. That's the cool thing about it. You can just tap on something and it'll just delete. Alright, so we have a brand new 10 frame. So, some other, there's some little cute counters here. Let's try another counter. So we'll use the same 10 frame, but we will use another counter. So, here, let's do a penguin. I like penguins. So here, if we want to represent the number 13, what would we use? What would we use? So we definitely, do we just need 1 counter or do we need 2? We definitely need a second one. So I know that I am going to fill my 10 frame up here, and I'm also going to add 1, 2, and 3 on the other side, so I have 13 penguins total. Okay, let's make things a little bit more interesting. So we're gonna keep working with the 3, but this time we're going to do 33. So here I have a complete 10 frame. I'm gonna move my other 10 frame over here. How many complete 10 frames am I gonna need? How many complete 10 frames am I gonna need? That's right. We're gonna need 3 complete 10 frames. So we're gonna add whoops, I don't want that one. We're going to add another one. So that's going to be 10, 10, 20. Another one. 30. And 10, 20, 30. 1, 2, 3. Alright, pretty cool. So let's go ahead and clear this off. Put all of this off. Alrighty, so that is our 10 frame activity. One thing I recommend is that not only you do the 10 frames on Khan Academy, but you also do the 10 frames on this site. And I'm going to go ahead and post it on Google Classroom. But just so you know, it's called, let me get the website. It's called mathlearningcenter.org and number frames. You should be able to find that there. Okay. So, let's do one more 10 frame. So let's say I want to do the number 39. So how many 10 frames, how many complete 10 frames am I going to need? I'm going to need 1, 2, or 10, 20, 30. So we'll go ahead and fill that up with our penguins. I really like these counters. 10, 20, 30. And then we're going to need one more 10 frame. But this 10 frame is going to have 5 on the other side. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Alright, very cool. So now you know how to represent 10 frames up to 50. So you know what? Just for fun, let's go ahead and do 50. So here we have 39, right? So we complete that one as 40. And then we have another 10 frame right here. 10, 20, 30, 40. 10 more is 50. Alright everybody, so I hope you had fun with this lesson. Again, I highly recommend that you go to this site and check this out. I'm going to put it on Google Classroom. Just play around with the 10 frames and see how many you can add up. Well, we're not actually adding up yet. We're just representing the number with the number of 10 frames. And again, the number that we represented here was 50. Alright, I will catch you at one of our meetings. See you then.